like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, drifting apart. We're letting go, drifting apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, drifting apart. We're letting go, drifting apart.
We back?
And we're back, everybody. Okay, so 45 seconds until the show. You can't see our faces yet. We've got coffee. We are feeling a little bit better now. Okay, it is now, what, 6:30 in the morning? No, 7 in the morning. And what to expect from the show, truth is, we have no idea.
We have no idea what to expect from the show.
I can't think of a single thing that I am excited for this, because I didn't know this show even existed until about 4 days ago. Literally.
That's true.
I mean, we've never done Future Game Show before. Is this
I
a
actually
new
think this is the first time the Future Game Show has existed.
I see, yeah.
So, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it has took place in the past, but yes, it's Games Radar, and they're putting on a show for us, so, you know, cool.
Where is IGN's thing that they were doing?
They've already done some stuff. I think they're doing like a whole bunch of stuff, so... Black Lives Matter stuff, okay. Games Radar
Sure.
and Future Games, sure. Showed support for Struggle, okay, cool. Alright. Mature audiences, guys, so please, if you're 12 and below, like most of our audiences are, make sure you turn off. It's very important.
Oh, Ghost? Ghost is shooting.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is
This is the future, baby.
this is the future,
This
and that's
is the
part of the
future.
future, so
Okay.
I don't know why you're questioning it.
There we go. World premiere. Oh! I just
They're doing
said
it.
that.
That's it. They're doing it. They heard you. Loud and clear.
Can they hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
No idea. It's a world premiere, so that's all we do, I guess. Quantum Error. Okay. Dark survival horror-esque, first-person survival horror-esque.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
Cool, okay. Can't read that.
Hard to read.
It is hard to
There we
read.
go. I got it now. Got it. Okay, cool. I was thinking it was maybe System Shock, but it was not, sadly.
That's a long end of the trailer.
Hello and welcome to the Future Games Show. What a way to start, right? I am Nolan North, and many of you may know me as your ghost from Destiny, or perhaps Dr. Edward Richtofen from the Call of Duty series, or even, the Penguin from the Arkham series.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Nolan, we get it. We get it.
That's great.
We've done a million, hundred gazillion games. We got it.
Right. Of course, most of you know me as Nathan Drake from Uncharted, where you probably recognize that voice. I'm so happy to be working alongside her again as we host this showcase of upcoming games. Please give it up and welcome the lovely and talented Miss Emily Rose.
Hey, Nolan. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome from my home to yours. I'm really excited about what we have in store for you today. As PlayStation 5
See
and
the round
Xbox
light
Series
in her
X
eye?
Yeah,
premiere,
yeah.
we're going to be talking to leading game developers to see what we really can expect from the future of games.
Plus, we have a host of exclusive game reveals, world premieres, new gameplay demos from current and next-gen consoles. And some of these are so secret, even I haven't been told about them yet.
Wait, they didn't tell you about them?
What, they told you?
No, like they really didn't tell you about them?
People are playing favorites.
Because I mean, I have the whole list right in front of me, right there.
Whatever, send them to me. Let's get into the good stuff.
Okay, so the next
still feels a bit
title
more
is
real.
from
Like,
Red
it
Thread
feels
Games.
alright.
They're this little indie studio in Norway. I love Norway. You might know them from their Choice and Consequence series featuring fall chapters. So get ready for the world exclusive premiere of their new project.
Norway is definitely a special place. So both of them.
I like the art style.
Very cool.
I think it looks nice.
I just don't know what the game is. What is it?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
Dustborn. Okay.
Sure, I guess. Cool. I just don't know. It didn't show us anything.
I've got no idea what that is at this point, so can't really say. Here we go. Stuff.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Ragnar Tornquist. I'm creative director
Ragnar!
at Red Thread Games.
Nice.
and
What a
we're
cool
working on
name,
the game
It is very
Ragnar.
cool.
Dustborn. Dustborn is a story-driven action-adventure
Kennedy
about
then,
abandoned
president?
misfits and outcasts on a road trip across America. It's a game about hope, friendship, love, robots, and the power of words. So in this footage, you're watching our main character, Pax, explore a small commune in the Pacific Northwest. She's come here with her crew to recruit her sister, but it turns out her sister's not interested in joining the crew. So your job is to convince her and deal with the consequences of what happens next. Dustborn's coming to PC and next generation consoles in 2021.
Thanks again to Ragnar for
What?
that exclusive first look
That was it?
at Dustborn.
Yeah, it
Okay,
doesn't.
what's next, Nolan?
Wasn't
Next,
there...
we've got a hardcore first-person platformer whose recent Steam
That's
demo
weird. I
was
feel
played
like we
over
were going to see a block of gameplay there.
100,000
Something.
Here's
This
a
is
the
cool
same
though.
thing.
Have you seen
a new
this?
cyberspace
No.
level
This is
containing
good.
new enemies and
I haven't played the
abilities
demo, but I've seen
from
it. It
Ghost
looks
Runner.
super fun.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. Ooh. What is this? What art style does that look like? I've seen it before.
I don't know.
That's very control, you know, when you're like learning abilities. Ooh. That looks pretty cool.
It is, yeah. You can like do the
Mirror's
wall run
Edge with
thing. You can like
swords.
you can slow down time and deflect bullets and all sorts of shit. It's really good. The demo got a very good rap.
Wow, okay.
Ability are your greatest assets in battle.
Yeah. That looks cool.
Does.
We didn't really see real gameplay though. It looked very curated.
I know that. Well, I mean, at the same time, I have seen gameplay. And it is that. It's
Yeah,
just like
so-
you just
yeah.
saw quick cuts of it, so it's not like
Ghost Runner's
you know,
coming
it's
to
not dressing it up.
PS4,
It's not
Xbox One,
faked.
Switch and PC later this year.
All right, we're flipping back in
Looks like a
time to the
Disney helmet.
1930s now with a game that stole the show at the recent Xbox Series X showcase. Here's Tatiana Delgado to reveal more about Call of the Sea's spectacular first trailer.
So this apparently stole the show of Xbox. Okay.
I don't remember it, to be honest.
No.
Not throwing shade. I legitimately don't remember it.
Oh, Harry. What have you done?
Hello, I'm Tatiana Delgado from Out of the Blue Games, working on Call of the Sea. You might have seen our reveal trailer during the recent Xbox Series X event, but we wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through it and tell you a bit more about the game.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s that takes place in the far reaches of the South Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in search of her husband's missing expedition. At Out of the Blue, we love telling stories and designing puzzles. That is why we wanted to create a game that had a strong presence of both. And also, we always approach our games with the player's emotions in mind. That being said, although Call of the Sea is a puzzle game, I would say that it is the narrative that drives the game. Therefore, puzzles serve the narrative and make the story advance as a reward when solving them. Some of the puzzles we have to do with the expedition itself, using the real-world technology of the era. In others, you will try to decipher what the ancient runes were for. And going back to the story, we have the good fortune of having actress Cissy Jones as the voice of Nora. We adore her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice. It is a tale of self-discovery, an exploration not only of the island, but of the character's inner self. Although our game was inspired to an extent by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, this is not a horror game, but an adventure game. We hope to give you a vivid mystery and at the same time an emotional journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to revealing more of Call of the Sea in the coming months.
If this stole the show of Xbox, that tells you a hell of a lot about the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That did
I don't
not.
think it. No, I mean, obviously it didn't. I think they just used that as a
Call of the
catchy
Sea
phrase.
is
Yeah,
developed
yeah.
by Out of the Blue and will launch on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows platforms.
Our next game features none other than Sherlock Holmes, but this time he's a youthful, more arrogant version of the famous detective. Here's the producer and community manager from Frogwares to tell us more about the game's setting and how they plan to create a true...
It's nice to hear Nathan Drake narrating this, can I say?
Exclusive.
Hi everyone, my name is Sergey Ganisyan and I'm the producer and community manager at Frogwares. We are an 80 people strong independent studio from Kyiv, Ukraine. You may know us for our detective games such as the Sherlock Holmes Adventures as well as the recent The Sinking City. We are working on our new game, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's a story-driven investigation thriller in which you play as the young 21-year-old Sherlock before he becomes the legend that we all know. For John Watson and Jim Moriarty, Sherlock was a brilliant but rebellious aspiring detective trying to prove himself. The game takes place in the late 19th century on a small Mediterranean island where, according to our story, Sherlock grew up before moving to England, and to where he comes back, now as an outsider, to investigate the mysterious death of his mother, the death that scarred his childhood. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is an open-world detective game with minimum hand-holding. In this game we are introducing the concept of global investigation gameplay that is heavily based on the feedback that we received from the players on our previous games. We build it on bringing in numerous detective features and mechanics that not only synergize with one another, but also allow you to interact with the world around you. For example, you can now decide to involve random people on the streets in your investigation, ask them for directions.
This is just lots of concept art, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
yeah?
a lot of concept art. But look, I think
I
it's...
mean, if this was the actual design of the game, I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
I don't think we've ever seen a Sherlock Holmes game, have we?
Yeah, there's been heaps.
Has there?
Yeah.
I never knew a single one.
Tons. There's been at least like 8.
Because as I mentioned, there is minimum hand-holding in the game.
I was thinking, well, that's a cool
Of course,
concept to
making the right
explore.
deductions
Well,
and tracking
it's been
down
explored.
criminals is another exciting part of a detective's job. We are aiming to give the player the chance to miss a piece of evidence, pursue their own lead, and eventually let a killer walk free. Those who played our Sherlock
know
Holmes
why.
Crimes and Punishments will know what I'm talking about. We are bringing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 to PC and
play
console
it or not?
sometime in 2021. Thank you so much for your
No,
time.
I've
Enjoy
only,
the
I think
rest
I
of the
walked
show. There's some
around a
fantastic
town for like
games
30
here that we
seconds,
cannot
the
wait to
city,
play
but that's it.
ourselves.
I never played it.
Game. Yeah. They bought that to Switch, everybody.
There you go.
Hence why I played it.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock
Chapter
Holmes
1.
Chapter 1 is coming to PC, current, and next-gen consoles in 2021.
In our next part of the show, the Future Game Show goes retro, with a series of games that reimagine the arcade and console classics of some of my favorite eras, the 80s and 90s.
And what better way to begin than with a bullet hell shoot 'em up created by a small team from Lebanon, including a former Pixar artist. Here's an exclusive gameplay slice of Signy.
I like the fact that they're just doing trailer after trailer after trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like that.
I wish they cut the dev talk though, just like the last one. But
They don't have dev talk, really.
yeah, they just did it before in both of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like, it feels just tighter, I guess, what is what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, okay. That
This looks nice.
It felt like they were like a mobile ad compared to the game.
Sure.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. This looks nice.
It looks
I like
cool
it.
though. Like, there's no
Yeah.
reason why this can't be a thing still.
Sure. I actually secretly enjoy these kinds of games.
I
quite a bit.
never loved them. I know
Really?
you love them.
Yeah, I
Remember,
like
especially
these.
when I was younger. But like, I just found like they just got boring for me quick.
Sure. I think I got started on like Gradius on the NES or whatever back in the day, and I just, for some reason, I just liked it ever since. Shit!
That's
tension.
pretty cool though.
Nice.
You know, I think.
That looks just it visually looks great.
Yeah. Like, there's some games that can stand the test of time, like Zelda recently did. What was it called again? I finished. Came out remastered.
A Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
Sure.
You know, like, you can still make those games.
Sure.
I can't remember the last time we saw one of these come out, and it was, you know.
I think these come out quite often, but they just most of the time don't get talked about. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, and
at that,
are a
that's
big
nice.
success. Yeah.
man, I think this looks cool.
And they're showing a lot of gameplay, which is good
Yeah.
too. Jiki?
Gingy?
Gingy.
Gynie? Gynie.
Coming to Windows,
Damn it,
Mac,
they just said it, we
and
missed it.
developers hope next generation consoles. Okay, so we're keeping the arcade vibe.
I like that. That looks good.
That's pretty cool.
Tribute to arcade racing classics like Daytona USA, and a stylish platformer that looks like a noir comic book. But first,
World premiere.
World premiere.
Cuts the flesh, the mind will fall. Slay the seven, save us all. Fulfill what others failed to do. Mornia depends on you.
This looks like it handles quite well. It's like a Diablo-esque game, I think.
Blessing of the Carpenter. Got wood.
It looks like it handles a lot like Dead Cells.
I see, yeah, sure.
And this has to go to Switch, right? Looks like a Switch.
Morbid, the seven acolytes. Magritheus
Doesn't
bless
say yet.
you, striver.
Exclusive.
Yeah, that's just going straight back. When was that game? When did that game come out?
Daytona?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I remember playing the arcades, though, like, in the way back.
Yeah.
A long time ago. God, that was good.
When you think back
Loved
now,
that
how evil was that way of like monetizing?
Not really.
No, I mean, like, I know it was a necessity back then because it was so new and technology, you know. But
Yeah, no, I don't think arcade are evil. Nah.
kids like dumping coin after
Yeah.
coin per round.
I mean, it was a different thing.
I know. For
Those
sure.
places got to pay their rent. You know what I mean? Like they got to charge some money.
Classic JRPGs. So far, we've shown a small portion of the game's overall content and the ways that you'll be able to learn from the past, act in the present, and rewrite the future, all in real time on one screen. This unique presentation lets you see the impact of your choices instantly, and to get really creative in combat by combining skills and playing with time. Speaking of combat, we just updated our demo on Steam to include Wilhelm, the Child Mage, in a mini Colosseum mode that features a number of new, challenging battles. We're really excited to be bringing Chris Tales both to next-gen consoles and all current consoles later this year.
Evil Corporation, this Tech and Laymen, that what's next?
I've actually never heard this before. It looks like it's already out. Liberated. Okay.
The revolution.
wishlist now.
Sounds like it says free upgrade to the Switch. I'm not sure what that means. Is this out already or not? I can't tell.
And finally, we're delighted to announce the release date for Neon Abyss, a frantic action platformer which fuses classic visuals to an ingenious roguelike dungeon system. Its publisher, Team 17, has encapsulated the spirit of independent games for over 30 years, with titles including Worms, Overcooked, The Escapist, and a whole lot more.
We've got 5,000 people here. Thank you all for coming, by
That's
the
a
way.
big crowd. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Rated T for teen.
Good to have you here. The Claw.
I hate these games. Is this the entire game?
No.
I thought for a second that was it.
No.
Like that pony one everyone loved.
Pony one?
Oh, Steam game.
I don't know what that is. What, a claw pony game?
No. It was like someone in the comment section knows, like a unicorn, like a rainbow looking. Oh, I can't remember now. It was
Is
huge.
it a runner?
No.
Okay.
It was like a candy grab and a. Anyway.
I don't know what you mean. Okay, this looks pretty. This looks fun.
Looks like a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Cool.
It could be the next Dead Cells.
Has a vibe of that.
Sleeper hit. Critical darling that everyone loves. Ah, it looks fun. Neon Abyss. It's out 14th of July. It's like a month from now.
Peggle.
Peggle? Oh, yeah, sure.
That's
Peggle.
what I meant. There we go.
Neon Abyss will be launching on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows on July 14th, 2020.
Our next game has been in early access since 2018 with an almost 90% very positive reviews on Steam. Here's an exclusive look at the new Easy Day Academy high school level in skateboarding sim Skater XL.
That's coming to Switch, right?
It is, I believe, coming to Switch. Yes.
Yes, I saw a trailer on Nintendo.
They're smart to like push the marketing now because like the whole Tony Hawk thing's like, you know, people are talking about skate games again. I've heard good things about this. Never played it, but I've heard good things.
Hope that this doesn't Tony Hawk doesn't damage this because they've obviously seen a huge gap in the market and jumped in all in on this.
These guys, Skate XL.
Yeah.
This has been in development for years. Yeah, in early access.
And now Tony Hawk's like, oh, by the way, we're bringing the biggest game ever
Sure.
in skating back. Enjoy.
They're quite different though.
Easy Day Studios,
Yeah.
and we're working on Skater XL. Today we're showing a first look at the Easy Day high school level.
Aussie.
This is a new environment we've been working on for some time.
I wonder if he actually, if the studio's Australian.
Maybe.
This level is based on something that's
bit
really
airy.
key to skateboarding, which is the
Mhm.
California.
It's hard to tell until you get your hands on
This
it.
is something that's been in countless skate videos over the years, elementary schools, high schools, very common sort of area, type of terrain for skateboarding. One thing we learned in starting to build environments for Skater XL is that we have a very unique game mechanic, so we had to go back to the drawing board on how the levels were designed. The pieces of the level are combinations of elements that we've designed ourselves, but also we mix in countless real-world spots. There's probably about 25 real skate spots, some that are very recognizable to anyone in skateboarding, from real high schools, real elementary schools. We've got Wallenberg, we've got Clipper, we've got parts of Lockwood Elementary, just a lot of different places. Again, these are historic pieces. If you know skating, you probably know a bunch of these spots. And the interesting thing is, again, based on the game mechanic itself, we've actually massaged and tweaked each of these spots to be not just recognizable, but also really fun and work with the game mechanic as well.
Flying out to unknown settings.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Looks nice.
The unique thing about Skater XL is it really starts with the controls. The joysticks, the analog sticks on the gamepad, map directly to the feet, so you have independent control of each of the foot, and everything is completely physics-based.
Oh, I see.
Generally
Each foot is a different stick.
That's
What
cool.
this leads to
Didn't know that.
is,
Yeah, the
you know,
skate
kind of
didn't do
a
that. Everything was on the
first for
right.
Skateboarding games in general is that, you know, the gameplay is not driven by animations, it's driven by the physics. we didn't actually program tricks into the game. We just programmed movement, and with that movement, you're able to do all kinds of tricks.
Wow.
How
So
could
as
you
build
do
out
that
your
though? Because you
skill,
got to make
you're
the
also
No
building
idea.
the
up
board
your
flip though.
ability
You know,
to
like
articulate and perform those tricks in different ways.
Oof.
The element of style and execution comes into it, and that's really where the satisfaction, the fun of this game comes. That you're really directly in control.
It's nice. I reckon it'd be way harder to play than something like Tony Hawk, where you just press a button and you're like, Superman!
Your skills, it becomes a very personal thing. And in the real world, that leads to all these other things that pop up around skateboarding, you know, the culture and the creative side and the community. And that's something very unique to skateboarding you don't see with other things. So, you know, our goal has really been to capture a lot of those elements and bring them into the game as well.
that looks pretty cool.
The thing is that it's been a decade since the last significant entrant into the skateboarding genre, and it hasn't been explored in recent times when we have all these different things available to connect the community, to put content out, different platforms. So we're seeing a really interesting explosion of content, our creative community, and modders and all these different things happening around the core of the game. So it's really exciting to see where this could lead in the future. Skater XL is coming out onto all major platforms July 28th, and that includes Nintendo Switch,
Nice.
PlayStation
Awesome.
4,
I wish those guys all the
Xbox
best. I really hope that blows up. I hope they,
Interesting way
and the whole
of
team
designing the
is
feet
Studios.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
Our next game bills itself as
good.
synthwave FPS.
Which means it looks nice and you shoot things.
It's already been a big hit on Steam, and we're pleased to announce today that it's now coming to Xbox One. This is GTTOD. Get to the orange door.
Okay. I've heard this before, have you?
Oh, I have heard of this actually. Yes, and apparently it's excellent. Yes. Wait till you see this. If you haven't heard of it, check this trailer out. I've seen some gameplay. It looks very good.
Oh, okay.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, and it looks like it handles, like the weapons handle well. Because sometimes you can tell how a gun handles in a trailer. Sometimes.
Yeah, so it's got some it's got a lot of sliding, it's got wall running, it's like kind of that whole Titanfall thing but single player.
It looks really fun, actually.
Yeah, as I said, I've heard very good things about it, so yeah. Glad this is getting. I'm liking this show. It's
I
sort
was
of
just gonna say,
casting some light on some really good looking titles, so.
and I haven't seen any of these, but I'm much more interested in these
Get
titles
to the
than
Orange Door
the
is
Epic
coming to
the
Xbox One in
thingy,
2020, and we're
show.
pleased to announce that a new demo is available right now, free to download on Steam.
Okay, Nolan,
Cool.
come on, you're dying here.
What are you talking about? I'm not that bad.
No, I mean you're gonna be dying when you play our next game. A third-person action-adventure, get this.
So
set
morbid.
in a coma where you explore your memories while fighting for your life.
Okay, I'm confused. I think I need to see the trailer.
All right, glad you asked.
Not scripted.
Exclusive.
So you're in a coma.
Yeah.
And you're trying
fighting
to find
through your
consciousness?
dreams. I'm not sure, but I think it's like you're fighting through your dreams.
Okay.
Or nightmares or something.
I always thought they should make a game, right? You have to be shrunken down, and you maybe start at the foot or something, and like the first boss is a Greek dude, and it's the Achilles heel.
Oh my god.
All the way to the brain.
2020.
I'd play that game.
Who wants an exclusive premiere? Well, I'm not really asking here. This is actually happening. Our next game is a sequel to the critically acclaimed World War II flying sim Bomber Crew, which boldly goes as close as its licensing team allows into a new era. You get it.
World premiere.
The Laymen are in a coma. We're tired, not gonna lie. But at the same time,
We are still watching it with you in a chill
just
way
chill,
today.
just chill, mate. We should have some jazz playing in the
But
background.
not any longer. Gina, let's go full Abrams with the flares. Enlist today to embark on an epic space adventure and do your part. Let's get some of those cool wipey things in this part, Gina. Join us on Athena Station. Experience the rush of spaceflight. Seek out new life. And make new friends along. And make new friends. And make new friends along the way. Live, laugh, and prosper. And may the Fourth join the space crew. Gina, let's zoom around in 3D and get some explosions going on here. End it with a bang.
Okay.
Cool.
Wasn't
Space
feeling
Force
that one, but all right.
Third digital and will launch on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Switch in late 2020.
Hey Nolan, I got a good question for you. You ready? What is scarier than clowns?
Nothing is scarier than clowns. You know that.
Well, you wouldn't say that if you'd been to Wales. You should probably cover your eyes for this.
Wales. What? All the Welsh people in the chat are like, what'd you say, bitch? Got a problem with Wales?
These are not words I wish to write. I fear you may believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me. He wishes me to sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. Your love, always, Elizabeth.
Hello, my name is Ben Tester, and I'm head of marketing at Wales Interactive. Right now we're finishing work on a new title, Made of Scare, and we're really excited to be able to share with you this new and exclusive gameplay footage. Made of Scare is a first-person survival horror game, which features a story inspired by Welsh folklore. It fuses psychological, gothic, and British horror. Set in 1898, Made of Scare is inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of Elizabeth Williams. It's a story of a family empire that's driven by torture, slavery, piracy, and a supernatural mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel. In this footage, we wanted to explore the 3D sound-based AI system that is the core survival mechanic. We want to show you what you can do to remain undetected, and if you're caught, what tools are available for you to survive. The enemies at Scare Hotel are completely blind, and they hunt by only what they can hear.
That's
so
cool.
any noise that you make from walking or running, bumping into environmental objects, or even breathing heavily will often result in death.
I like that idea. That's
So you
nice.
avoid detection by creeping, avoiding the obstacles that make the noise. But if the enemies are close, then holding your breath is the only option. If you mistime this and run out of breath, then even your panting will get you killed. You are not completely defenseless.
That's cool.
There will be a sound-based weapon available with limited ammo that's hidden in and around the grounds of the hotel. You'll have to find health items, collectibles, puzzle pieces, map pieces, and story pickups, all items that you can find and add to your inventory. The game will feature 3 levels of difficulty. The scares remain the same throughout, but a change in AI behavior, enemy strength, limited manual saves, and reduced ammo and health items will put more of an emphasis on that classic
Resident Evil did
survival
that back in the
horror
day.
experience.
You
Made
had
of Scare
ink,
is coming
right?
to
Yeah, ink
PC and
cartridges,
console,
yeah.
with a digital and physical launch on PS4 and Xbox
3D
One
sound.
this
See, I'm all
July.
about 3D sound after
You can
Hunt.
wishlist the game
That's why
now
I'm
on Steam,
particularly interested.
and pre-purchase will be available in the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Cool. I think that is a really interesting mechanic that I like. I like first-person survival horror after playing Resident Evil 7. I'm down for
I think it's
more.
more immersive.
Open your eyes now.
So I'm interested in that, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah.
Made of Scare launches on PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Windows in 2020.
Made of Scare.
Hey, Em, what's better than looking at one upcoming game?
Is this another one of your dad jokes?
It's looking at a collection of upcoming games in the space of a few minutes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here's an incredible lineup of future hits to get excited about.
Smite is not a future hit.
Okay.
It's been out for about 3,000 years.
I'm excited to try that new title. Good.
War Guys also been out for quite a while.
Haven't heard of that.
It's a Devolver title, like a Takeshi's Castle. Carrion, I played at E3 last year, and it was actually pretty cool. I'm not sure if this is out yet or not, but it was pretty fun. It feels so good to control this blob thing. Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
Oh, Vivi has finally got his own game.
All right.
Well deserved, Vivi. Well done. Nice. Haven't said this.
Cyberpunk.
Anno Mutationum. That looks cool. That looks cool. She's got a Buster Sword, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Doggone. I just know this will sell like hotcakes, man.
Of course.
People love dogs so much. So they're like, it's got a dog in it, I'll take 10 copies.
The quest to find out who is a good boy.
Remember Nintendogs on the Nintendo DS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That also sold like hotcakes. I worked in retail when that was on the shelves. Oh my god. Unbelievable. This is that weird game we saw last
Maybe
time.
it's a Yoda.
I didn't see it.
No. Come on.
Show us the Yoda.
I really want to see the Yoda. Alola?
Yeah, that was the one we saw at the other show as well.
Oh, I thought it was a Wave Racer thing there.
There needs to be another Wave Racer,
I know.
eh?
There's
What
a
shame.
market for that.
I don't know that there is, to be honest.
I mean, look, there was a market for Echo the Dolphin,
That was a great game.
but they're not going to bring that back.
Well, they did. Maneater is basically Echo, but a shark.
True,
so
true.
there you go. Cloudpunk, haven't played it yet. I heard the voice acting.
Oh, that
kind
is
of
actually
mixed.
intense looking.
What is?
This.
Windjammers.
This looks sick. Yeah.
It's a like volleyball game, I guess.
Now it's a frisbee. It looked like.
Hammer time.
Hammer Ting. Ting?
Hammer Team. It looks like it. Yeah. Stage hands. Oh, okay. So it's like one of those party game things, except now you're building sets
with tails.
Tails.
He finally got his own game. Has he had his own game?
Tails? Not that I know of.
I have a feeling no.
No, they had that Lucky's Tales.
I remember that. We were both
that Xbox One.
We both thought that was his Tails first game.
But it was not. It was totally different IP, even though it was basically the same thing.
You can find out more information about all those titles by heading to GamesRadar.com. Our next game appeared in our sister event, the PC Gaming Show, just a few hours ago, and we're delighted.
Oh, so they
to have John
talk.
Pearl
They must
join us
know
now
then.
for an exclusive look at Remnant.
All right, cool. More Remnant stuff.
Yeah, cool. Well, why don't we do some super chats?
Well, we've actually just seen some of this, so I want to do a few super chats while this is playing.
Yep.
We'll knock those over.
Always appreciate the super chats, guys. So where do we start?
We got.
Have we done any?
Please tell us you're reviewing the SpongeBob SquarePants game. I think we will.
I think we will actually.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
I played the original one on PlayStation or whatever it was.
So that's from Jedi Master. Space Monkey became a member. Thank you, Space
Thank
Monkey.
you.
Just here for the bat, says Chris, because the games will be disappointing unless we get Horizon Zero Dawn or FF7 remake news for PC. I don't think that's going to happen.
Anything for remake yet?
No, Comrade, the game #Chaz says Novan Branik. Stefan, does Sam there are Sherlock Holmes novels? Does Sam know there are Sherlock Holmes novels?
Is there?
Yeah.
No.
That's it. So there you go, Sam. We learn something every day. Omar says, get some damn coffee. We got some. We're feeling better.
I should have got another one.
And Manjushri says, Morbid looks like it's from the Children of Mortar devs. Sandfield says, what's your thoughts on Alex the Kid? I haven't seen anything about Alex the Kid. I heard that they were working on a new Alex Kidd game, but I haven't seen anything about it, so I can't say yet. Donald is here with his weekly dono. Thank you, Donald.
Thank you.
Fun fact, Nolan North used to be on a daytime soap opera called Port Charles. Clips are on YouTube and are funny as fuck, says SN. I'm going to go check those out.
Nice.
And Miggy says, with the right hairstyle and tan, Ralph looks like a young Richard Wilkins. Holy shit.
Ooh, with all the wrinkles.
That is the worst burn I've ever heard.
Wrinkly Rick.
Wrinkly dick.
Wrinkly dick.
Wrinkly dick. That is brutal. Thank you very much. Take your money back, please.
No, we'll keep that.
Nice, Sam. Classy.
Alright, so we've already seen this. So
Xbox One,
what else?
PlayStation 4 on August 20th. You'll be can't wait for everyone to.
Remnant from the Ashes. It's getting new content. TLDR, Remnant, very good game. Recommended to you very highly. You can get it on sale. Even if you can't get it on sale, it's just worth buying. I'm Groot.
All right, so Remnant from the Ashes, subject 2923, will launch on Xbox One, PS4, and Windows PC. And now for something completely different.
Exclusive.
Everybody loves playing board games, now they're finally cool. But they're not so easy to play when you can't meet up with your friends or loved ones. Don't fret, my old chums. Here at Thunderbox HQ, we've been working tirelessly to create state-of-the-art AI, amazing computer graphics, a bitching synth soundtrack.
Start to disrespect, he's in it.
A totally harmless board game zapping digitizer. Also, we can bring you the retro sci-fi survival strategy we like to call The Captain is Dead. Let me just load it up for you.
Disrespect?
No, I don't think this is the type of game.
Literally, that was him though, wasn't it?
No,
that
it was this guy wearing a wig.
Like him.
Oh my god, there are aliens all over the ship. Come on, open up. Wow, this looks kind of dangerous. Good.
Ready. Get your goddamn dirty tentacles off of my spaceship!
Biological components operating at 100%. Skill assimilated.
Reminds me of one of those old-fashioned video games. And I'm done.
Taking charge. I haven't used one of these since 3086. I'm still right.
Those aliens picked the wrong ship to mess with.
The Captain is Dead. Head on over right now to Steam right now to wishlist it up.
That is not Dr. Disrespect, Sam. It's just a dude with a wig, okay?
It looked... Come on,
he is not going to be involved in this game.
He looks a bit like him.
So our next games, they're linked by their focus on player creativity. From designing a food-themed obstacle course for you and your friends, to creating a mobile base that traverses a savage land. But let's start with a title called Main Assembly.
Hello inventors, and welcome to Main Assembly, a game that gives you the freedom to create anything you can imagine. With huge open sandboxes to explore, your creations will be pushed to the breaking point. Jam-packed with loads of challenges and parts to unlock, pushing your inventions to the limit. Revolutionary freeform crafting lets you construct anything with ease and precision. Once you have perfected your design, why not take it for a test flight? Happy with how your robot looks? With the visual programming interface, you can set up controls and use sensors to make logic for different types of automation and
bit more of these now.
put your creations
Yeah,
to work.
it's creator tools.
Creator
yeah.
tools,
with
you know,
friends
yeah.
to compete and collaborate. Show your
So we saw
creations
one in the
to
last show
world.
as well. I forget what it's called.
Others
It's like you
in the
make your own
community
games
have
kind of
built
thing.
a
There's
workshop.
this. There's obviously
All your
dreams.
creations be
There
the
was
one
one
everyone
your
is talking
toys or
about.
something.
Yeah.
Main Assembly is out now in early access.
There you go.
Cool.
Out now.
See you there, inventors.
This is it, actually.
Oh, this is the one. It is. Okay, this is the one we're just talking about. Yeah.
Hello, my name's Jamie Jackson and I'm from Mythical Games, and today we're super excited to give you an in-depth look at our new games, Blanco's Block Party. We're a new studio created by a bunch of veterans who helped create some of the world's biggest game franchises, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Skylanders, DJ Hero, Guitar Hero, and Minecraft Story Mode. Blanco's Block Party is
no,
a
they just
game
said that they're
about
all
vinyl
linked by
toys coming to
creativity.
life, but it's actually more than just a game. It's a place for gamers and content creators and collectors to come together and to build and to
Fucking
own
Fortnite
and to
dance.
set the rules for the worlds that they want to play in. So here we can see one of our Blancos running around the Junction. The Junction in Blancos is a really cool place that is just the beginning of the Blancos world. That
We're
is
from
gonna
Bondi,
grow
so,
over
you know.
time.
That's how it
you
is.
go there as a solo player, it's going to be full of other players doing their thing. It's going to be
Alright, well,
full of
we've already
gigs
seen this
and
also in last shows.
devs
We can turn that down. And
Oh, we actually haven't got more super chats.
Oh, no.
As you do these things
well, I already think this is a better show.
I think that this show is doing a good job. I really do.
It's more concise. There's more energy to it. It feels a bit more in tune with like, okay, there's still a little bit of cringe in the
Sure, a little bit.
segue. It's
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
but it's feeling a lot more in tune. And if this is their first show, then I would think that they're off to a good run.
I think so too.
I think that I would be more interested in tuning into this next year than the PC game show at the moment.
That just look cool. Some of them will actually enhance a lot of your abilities, but the junction is
The only
just
issue is it seems like we have doubled up on quite a few things.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I think if there was 2 or 3 days between it would have been a bit more easier to digest, but we just saw it.
That's true.
You know?
We wanted it to be super easy for players to build and create these levels. Key to it is everything can be done with a game controller. In Blanco's Block Party, you're going to be getting new content seasonally. And what that means is we're going to be delivering you some really cool stuff.
What doesn't make sense is why would Future put themselves half an hour
so if you go and buy a
after
Blanco in season
a huge
1,
event
that won't be
when like
available
what's on
until
tomorrow?
season
Like
2.
anything?
So if you manage to
Nothing,
snag
right?
one of the cool ones, you
Yeah,
can
I don't know why they did it
keep
back to back like this. It's a good point.
I know
as long as you want to
EA
keep it.
at 1
Same
a.m.
applies
our
to
time
any of the
tonight,
bears
which is
and
we're
the
not
quests.
getting up for,
Those
is
are gonna be
doing the
locked for
squadron
season
thing.
and anything that you get.
But really,
completing those
there's
things
got to be a
only is
24-hour
available in
window
that
that you can do
season.
the future game
Ownership is a key
show,
part of the
you know?
experience. So our
No, I agree,
proprietary
I agree.
technology platform provides true ownership of what players buy and create through verifiable assets. It allows us to legitimize the type of grey markets that pop up around so many games, and it gives players the power to dictate the value of those assets. And the key thing is you as a player own it, and we're going to make it really easy for you to do what you want with that.
So it's very much like
So
Dreams then.
He's saying that you guys own
Players
the
can
IP.
create the world that they want in Blancos.
The
We've just
assets that you
provided
create.
really easy tools so that you can build whatever world you want to build and set the rules for that world. The limit really is kind of your imagination.
Yeah, because I think the problem with Dreams right now is it doesn't have multiplaer. I'm not sure
Blanco's
if they've added
Crossplay
that
is
since
coming to
launch,
PC
but it did have
later
it at
this
launch.
year,
Yeah.
and we will be
I think what we've
announcing
seen,
more
you know,
news around
15, 20
additional
years ago
platforms
was
and
like
our beta
the
soon.
ability to start
If you
making
want to know
your
more
own
about
music
it, head over, reserve
from
your
home.
account at blancos.com.
And at the same time, you could also make
follow us on
short
Twitter
films
at
and shit.
PlayBlancos
Technology
and
move
Instagram at
forward that you could
PlayBlancos.
do it
Yeah.
yourself.
Thank you and enjoy the
And
show.
maybe this is going to start happening with games. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's already sort of kickstarted with Dreams, you know.
Quite recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dreams
I
was
mean-
up like February this year. So,
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what
Exclusive.
happens from that. And like we have SoundCloud for like indie musicians. I'm sure there'll be websites for that too.
You just know this guy's a badass straight away.
Yeah. It's like the monk from Diablo.
Looks like every monk ever. Looks like Ranton. Rantoni is a YouTuber. Check him out.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm a producer here at Donkey Crew working on Last Oasis.
We're getting
And
lots of
today
F
I
in the
would like
chat.
to
Did we
show you
crash
our
or
new
what?
map. Last Oasis is a nomadic survival MMO, combining innovative features that allow players to traverse
Why are we
the
getting
world
so
on
much F? Did we
complex
crash,
wooden
guys?
machines,
Are we still here?
engage in epic battles both against the fauna and against each other, leave a mark on the player-driven economy, and do many more exciting things in this unique world. What we're showing here today is the next
I don't know
big
what
addition
happened.
to the game, a volcanic oasis. This upcoming type of a
What?
map consists of all new areas
I don't
to
know what the
explore.
hell.
What
From
is
cold
going
and
on?
barren fields stretching all the way to the horizon, to hardened volcanic rock formations that creates natural passages and scorching hot lava lakes obliterating
Now I think the chat is
anything
going
that
running
gets
with
near.
it.
Yeah, okay.
As you travel through these vast virgin terrains, you'll get a chance to discover efficient ways to mine obsidian and find
That
rare
looks
loot
cool.
in mysterious
Yeah.
man-made
We've seen
stone
actual-
ruins,
you've seen
and
those
even
on
hunt
YouTube and
legendary
stuff, right?
killings, these giant winged lizards inhabiting mountains in hot climates. Harsh conditions of the volcanic lands make it very difficult for
Look at that
nomads
thing.
to
It's so
survive.
good.
if
It
they
kind of looks like it
decide to
belongs
settle
in
on
Death
this hot
Stranding.
soil. Greenery
In a way, it
and
just kind of has a
sources
Death
of water
Stranding
are
vibe.
hard to come by, and hostile flying monsters don't make it any easier to explore, because they're attracted to Walker Winds, making it essential for anyone who decides to venture towards these new territories to prepare in
a lot of people were excited for
Smart
this, weren't they?
traders
No,
will likely
I'm just saying,
take
like, I think
advantage
people
of the
in
resource
general disappointed to see
scarcity
more
to try to
survival
make some
games.
plots
That's why
on
I'm
desperate
guessing the Fs are
nomads
there, unless I
missing
missed
some
something
wood or
else.
water.
You guys are good.
While
Chat is
explorers
just
will be
salt.
risking their lives
Salt, okay?
to prepare resources that
It's
appear
just
in high quantities in these dangerous conditions. We are working tirelessly to bring in more content and improvements for the game, so make sure to try Last Oasis out now on Steam. See you next time.
Looks pretty cool.
I think Last Oasis, it is out. Yeah, okay, right. Maybe that's, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Next
Future Game
up,
Show
the
promoting
Future
games
Game
that are already
Show
out.
talks to industry experts about how next-gen consoles and PC technology are changing the way we play. We hope you enjoy our special investigation into the future of gaming. And for the record, we called it that first.
16 times the detail, guys. It's coming.
There he is.
Did you see someone remade the Unreal Engine 5 demo in Dreams?
Really?
That was pretty good as well.
Wow, okay.
It's time to see what's next.
A new generation of gaming is upon us, with home consoles such as Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X set to release in late 2020. Developers are preparing
router
to
and the
change
refrigerator,
the way
who
we
will
play
win?
forever. We see companies like Google Stadia continuing to push the boundaries of cloud gaming technology, while studios like Epic
thanks.
Games are beginning to show us what a new
I just wish
generation
I
of
tuned in
engines
for
will
that.
be capable of
I do wish I was
The
there for
Future
that
Game
Fortnite.
Show
That
was
would have
caught
been
up with some of the
pretty
world's
sick.
I only
leading
watched the
developers
coding
in fields
involved in
including
that. It
graphics,
was
audio,
astounding.
storytelling, and machine learning, to discover how the next generation of hardware will push video games in a way that we have never experienced before.
The way that I see game worlds changing in the next generation is with a bigger focus on player interaction and making the worlds feel truly alive. We can already make game worlds that are almost too big for the amount of content that we put in them. So, of course, graphics will take a huge leap forward, but it's the complexity, diversity, and the freedom to play around in them that I think will be the biggest leap.
The new technology that really excites me is using machine learning, both to make the game feel a lot more responsive and meaningful to the player, and to augment my abilities as a game developer.
AI created
The way that I see video games evolving in the next generation is with richer game interactivity. We've seen graphics fidelity just explode over the last 20 years. Games can look so good these days.
Ghost of Tsushima. God, that looks
but
sick.
the sorts of things you can do
So
in
my
games
jam.
have not really caught up.
It's a shame we probably won't get review code for that one.
Solving problems that help game worlds and characters in them play and feel as
Maybe the
alive
Laymen
as
will,
they
actually.
can
Maybe
now.
the
Maybe
Laymen
we'll get
will.
half a code.
Yeah, that's right. They'll be
We'll
like,
get
Thick Boy and Sam can have a Ghost of Tsushima code. Ralph can't have a code, okay? As long as you agree to that, we're okay.
But like, the code is 16 letters long. You'll be getting 8 letters long.
That's right.
I'm really excited about using technologies like semantic ML to help game characters feel more responsive and alive.
Is this just an
Get
ad
games
for
to
Nvidia?
create content
I think this is just a hype reel for like next gen. Like, get excited, guys, and we talked to some devs about what they think, kind of thing.
One way that game worlds might feel
Oh,
more
well,
alive in the
cool.
future is by replacing scripted interactions with
New
organic
Witcher.
conversations. This live demo from Russian AI project LiveMind literally puts words into Geralt's mouth and could be a sign of things to come.
Do you remember Beggarwood Derby?
Yes, I won a great saddle for racing that.
What? What the hell is that?
Of
A
course,
new
it isn't
meme
just
was
game worlds that will
born.
evolve in the next generation, but the types of stories being told within them too. Narrative is such an important component to the games we play, furthering our connection with virtual spaces and the characters that inhabit them. It makes sense then that this is one area developers are eager to evolve.
I wrote my first game for a computer with 1K on cassette. Obviously, 40 years later, so much has changed. But in some ways, we're still pursuing the same goal.
The biggest benefit of games as a storytelling medium is the interaction, but often we still tell the stories at the players instead of truly letting them be a part of it.
The future of interactive storytelling should be about how we can make the experience as frictionless as possible.
Really making the player feel like they are actually part of the story. Tailored experiences that they can do not only by themselves but also with
Look, this is all
friends,
unfortunately just a bit of nuff.
I'm
It's
also
like
just not really
the next
saying
gen is
what
going to have cool
collaborative
shit.
Well, they just said, what's the future of gaming? And like,
at once,
we haven't
without telling
really,
each of them that
look, it's
only
just...
they are the chosen one.
when we start thinking to ourselves, is traversal what should be at the heart of every storytelling experience in AAA? You know, can we make it more about the internal conflicts rather than those external conflicts of running, jumping, and shooting?
Movies never have to cut away to load the next scene or more assets. If there's a cut to black, it's only because the director wanted that cut in that exact moment.
Are we watching EA
and
play
storytelling
live?
goes
Yeah, for
well
sure,
beyond
man.
just the words being said.
Can't miss those
it's the
memes.
audio and the camera
Please.
shot, the
What time
effects,
is that?
the
It's like
location.
9 o'clock Australian in the
With
morning.
characters
so
and the world looking more real than
civilized.
ever, less downtime due to loading, and more feedback from our controllers, we'll hopefully see larger or more immersive scenes that won't need to let up just because the hardware requires it.
3D audio.
A new generation of hardware means we are about to encounter a new frontier for graphical fidelity and visual effects. That's a given. But what about game audio? Sony and Microsoft are putting more emphasis than ever before on audio, and in the way that sound can draw us in game worlds like never before, could our sense of immersion in virtual spaces be about to change entirely?
The next generation audio will definitely be.
So you have experienced it?
Well, I mean, like I played Hunt
expressed
Showdown,
in
which has
much
like
bigger
incredible
sense.
sound.
We're already
design.
starting to see hints of
completely
it
changes
already.
the game. The game is basically
Technologies such as
about 80%
Amazonics
listening,
and
and then like 20% shooting shit. You know what I mean? So,
rediscovered, and people are starting to think in different ways of how we could even push the boundaries even further.
So one of the things that's so exciting about the next-gen audio is that it's promising just a whole new level of immersion. Obviously, the PS5 3D audio is kind of the most outspoken example of this. And so with that new immersion, hopefully is going to come whole new levels of player engagement.
There's something that's very special about sound and music is that it really gets to, you know, it accesses the core of who we are, and the fact that we have 3D audio will enhance that in a much grander sense.
Of course, some of the biggest changes to play you won't be able to see. From smaller teams being given the tools to more easily achieve their creative ambitions, the expansion of services such as cross-platform play and cloud gaming, to a huge reduction in load times and install sizes. Here's just some of the reasons developers are excited about the changes on the near horizon.
Playing games in the next generation should feel more social than ever, with all the online services bound to get a refresh. I definitely feel like the next generation will have more opportunities to play together when we can't be together.
I think the future of mobile gaming is really about two things. The first is about ubiquity. The second part of mobile gaming in the future will be about sociability. People are going to play games in a more and more social manner, and it'll be strange in the future if you find someone that's actually playing a game purely solo and never plays any game with other people.
Crossplay is becoming more widely accepted.
Chat's not
and
loving this part of the
implemented,
show,
and that means
unfortunately.
you
It's
shouldn't
just
have
going
to
on and on, and it's
coordinate
not really giving
what
us
SKU
some-
you're getting with your
it's just saying,
friends,
like,
what
what they
version
think
they're
is gonna
getting, what
happen, or-
platform they're on. You should be able to seamlessly play together, which is amazing.
Almost zero load times, cross-platform ownerships of games, cross-platform cloud saves, and just overall the focus on the player's experience rather than the platform itself.
The next generation of
Just
hardware
marketing
should
buzzwords and
allow
stuff that we
smaller
already know.
teams to create products.
Generally,
of higher
yeah,
graphical
unfortunately. But look, at the
fidelity.
same time, this is an event for everyone. Like, you know, I'm sure lots of casual people are also watching this, and they're just, I don't know, they're just talking, I guess.
And we'll be able to come to rely on game engines
Maybe like
to do
maybe
so
they're
much
like,
of what we
shit,
couldn't
the other one was
do
2.5 hours.
in
We're
terms
just gonna
of
sit here and
complex
just talk
lip
for a
syncing,
bit.
facial
Try and
expression,
fatten it out as much as we can.
complex
Maybe.
What this will do is it'll level the playing field for developers. And developers who previously couldn't have competed at the high end will be able to do so. It's a really exciting time.
We'd like to thank everyone who gave up their time to bring us that insight into the future of gaming.
All right, our next game is introduced by a gaming legend.
Thanks, Emily. You know, guys,
No, seriously not? No, I
pretty good.
refer,
That's
of
nice. It's a
course,
good gag.
to Brian Fargo. He's the original producer of Fallout. He's here to tell you about the action RPG Wastelands 3. Let's take a look.
Never played a Wasteland game before, so actually interested in this one.
Exclusive.
I think this is a Microsoft exclusive from
Hello,
memory.
everybody. I'm Brian Fargo. I was the executive producer on the original Fallout and Wasteland series. And I'm here to tell you today that finally Wasteland 3 is coming August 28th for the Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4.
Okay then, so I was wrong. I could have sworn it was an
do
Xbox
this?
exclusive. Clearly not.
So we're seeing
Who
more and
would
more
murder
games
families and children?
not coming to Switch. It's a real problem. No, honestly though.
What?
Let's find the monsters.
No games come to Switch.
No, but like they do, but like really need to see an updated version soon of the Switch. Like,
It's not what? No, the Switch is crushing it. It's just outselling every other console 2
I
to
know
1.
that. It has very strong IP and everyone loves it, but there's all these new exciting games that are coming out that just don't have a place on that platform because they're just not going to run.
I think the Switch will be fine without Wasteland on it.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is 90% of the games that we have seen are not coming to Switch. And there's a lot of people out there that own Switch are deeply embedded into the Nintendo ecosystem that can be excited about these games, but the hardware just isn't able to support it, you know?
I mean, yes. I don't know. I just feel like
2016?
I
think it came out.
I feel like games come out first on other platforms and then they come to the Switch. You know what I mean? Like that's just if they want to. I don't even. Any new game that's announced, I immediately assume it's not coming to Switch.
Wasteland
That's what I
3
think.
is coming to
I
Xbox One,
that's a
PS4,
shame.
Windows, Mac, and Linux on August 28th, 2020.
Linux. The 6 Linux fans in the chat will be
So clowns are
spamming it for the next 30 minutes
scale
about how
of
happy they
And
are.
what? My dying is like a
So it's coming to
4.
Stadia.
Yeah,
That's
we've
what
been over
that
this.
means.
Look, if clowns are like high, then our next game needs a new scoring system. Check out this new gameplay from survival horror Remothered, Broken Porcelain.
Different?
Exclusive.
I thought that
Rated M for mature.
picture we saw before, but this is a different game now.
Come in, Miss Reed. Come in.
Good evening, Mr. Ashman.
Sam. No switchboard? That's Sam.
Do you remember me?
Only between old friends.
I'm Jennifer, by the way. Lindsay? But call me Lynn.
At last.
I don't think I've ever heard any
It's
trailer
just a
saying
bad dream.
until now.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
None. All the Linux /R Linux right now is completely creaming their pants. They're like, our time has finally come. We're finally getting the recognition we deserve.
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Of course I will.
Remothered.
Cool, I guess.
The headmistress, she's after you. Okay. Oh, it's coming to Switch, Sam! It's got a Switch version! Oh, my god, they listened!
There we go.
They listened,
Another
guys.
Broken
That's it. Sam
Porcelain
did
comes
it.
to
Sam made it
PS4,
happen. You're welcome,
Xbox
gamers.
One, Switch, and Windows in late 2020.
Next up, we have a world-exclusive teaser for a new title from Different Tales. No spoilers here, but if there's a full moon tonight, we all should stay inside.
I'll allow it.
World premiere.
That is so bad. That's so bad. Please disconnect from the stream now, guys. Turn the console off. The joke is a failure.
That's it?
That's it!
I mean,
that was like the Mr. Cloud of.
There were like no spoilers.
Can't wait
There
to see
was
more from this game in
nothing
the
to
coming
even.
So the Future Game Show
Analyze
has taken
there.
a closer look at the games of tomorrow, but big changes are happening to the way we play right now. Features such as cross-progression and crossplay allow us to...
Crossplay? It sounds like you that time you tried to play Crash Bandicoot.
As I was saying, new features like crossplay let PS4 owners
get it.
connect
I don't
with
get it,
Xbox,
man.
Switch, and PC owners in their favorite shooters. And we caught up with developers High Res about how these features work in their current and upcoming games.
Crossplay lets you play
save-
games
save
with
the
your
game.
friends,
Save the game,
regardless
yeah.
of which platform they own. And it's grown in popularity thanks to titles such as Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. Developers Hi-Res Studios are trailblazers in this field. But the
Wait, is
industry
that
as a
a new
whole
game?
has been
That
slower
looks like
to realize the
Fortnite.
potential of crossplay.
I don't know
We
what
caught
that
up
is.
with
Is that
Hi-Res to ask
PUBG?
why
No,
and
it's
to
not
discover
PUBG.
the
No,
importance
it's
of
alpha
crossplay
gameplay.
as we head
Is it
into
some
the
new?
next
It looks like some new game mode in PUBG, but it's not.
To overcome the challenges of making crossplay work, you need to change people's mindsets. There's a fear that platforms will lose revenues and lose players to competing platforms if they open the doors to crossplay.
Maybe that
and
was
progression.
Paladins. I don't
In
know.
the
It looked
future,
like
I think
Paladins,
you'll
yes.
start to see consoles and other platforms embrace
This
a truly
is Smite.
multiplayer
Yeah.
experience.
It will become increasingly less important what hardware you're using to
So
access.
basically, this is a little bit here where they're talking about crossplay being good, and they're saying that to a group of gamers. Like, of course, we know that crossplay is good.
I've never met a single gamer that I hate crossplay.
No. Some people don't like it because they're like, I don't want to play against keyboard people. when I'm on
That's a
controller.
different. That's an understandable argument.
From
Fine.
console to console or platform to platform.
If they choose Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo or PC for the next generation, it doesn't matter. The game they love and the purchases they made will come with them.
Players expect the same experience across all of their platforms, and so to be able to actually pull that off takes a reasonably high level of sophistication. And you also want to ensure that kind of competition across all these platforms is fair regardless of who they're up against. Now that a console game is a PC game, is a mobile game, for many games, things like cultural relativism, localization, global community management are a bigger and bigger role in gaming. So I think the long answer short, that's one of the kind of maybe hidden benefits of crossplay, is it stimulates diversity and kind of a global approach to how you think about gaming.
To deliver next-gen crossplay and progression like this, it takes commitment from the start. Hi-Res Studios currently publishes 3 crossplay and cross-progression titles, with the 4th coming this summer. We keep learning new lessons, but the single biggest is, it's much easier to build a Play Anywhere title from the start than it is to shoehorn it later in a project.
More players accessing the same game rather than fragmenting it across all of these platforms also means that your ability to make matches and the quality of those matches starts to increase. Overall, we're looking to drive the most fair and fun game experience we possibly can, and we think that crossplay and
I just don't know
cross-progression
why
are
this bit is
some of the most important.
I mean, like, we know why crossplay is good, and we know it's coming. What always boggles my mind, right? Every single time these webcam things are happening, why are you using shitty webcams? Like, you've obviously paid a bucket load to talk about your game in this slot. Buy a decent thing and a decent mic when you're presenting about your game.
I guess. I don't care that much, to be honest.
Oh,
It doesn't
I
really
know,
make a difference to me.
I just look at it and go, oh, come on, like, just a little bit more quality to the actual
Rogue Company is a
to the
third-person
presentation.
shooter that features a
This is
unique
the new
blend between
Rogue
action-paced
Company. This is
gameplay and objective-based game modes.
from
In Rogue Company, you
Hi-Res.
play as a rogue,
Oh, yeah.
which are a group of elite mercenaries that operate outside of the wall, and they drop in exotic locations all over the world. Rogue Company is going to be free to play, and it'll feature cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. Since day one of our cornerstones was making sure that you were able to play the game you want on the platform you want with the friends that you want. At the end of the day, Rogue Company can be summarized in one word: inclusive. Today we are in the late stages of Rogue Company development, which means we're testing crossplay and cross-progression features, polishing weapons, rogues, and maps. The majority of my time is spent refining the core combat experience in Rogue Company while also making sure that our maps and modes are providing exciting and unique gameplay. I do want to say, it's pretty amazing to play Rogue Company on a handheld device like the Switch. Being able to
There you go,
play
Sam. This
Rogue
is also
Company
for you.
at 60
See, they're
FPS
listening. It's another one.
as I sit on the couch and my wife is watching another episode of Love Island is a dream come true. Rogue Company is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC,
Oh, we saw
and
this
Nintendo
last year.
Switch
Yeah, we
later
did.
this
We did.
summer.
Yeah.
We can't wait for you to play our labor of love.
I feel like
to sign up for the alpha, head on over
crossplay
to
now is such a
roguecompany.com.
thing.
Thank you,
You know,
and enjoy the show.
Even recently, Jeff from the Overwatch team, you know, he's been asked about this, and he's like, it's really difficult to totally
Big
do it.
thanks
It's
to the
like,
teams at
no,
Hi-Res
it's
for that
not.
look
You
into
just
the
want to
future
make
of crossplay
money, dude.
and info
just
about their
put
upcoming
everyone
titles.
together.
Now we all know the next generation consoles are getting
Oh,
closer.
okay, Outriders.
So here's an exclusive look at what's to come in Square Enix's third-person shooter, Outriders.
Look, this looks pretty average, but I've spoken to a lot of people who have actually played it, and they say it plays well. And I mean, like, you know, They tell me
Next
in
time
DMs
on
and stuff,
the
not like
Outriders
publicly, whatever. Like not
broadcast.
trying to get clout
We'll be
or
taking a look at the
maintain a
journey
relationship.
into
Like
the
they're telling me
unknown,
they played it and
plus
it's
the
fun.
characters
So
joining your
I mean, I'm
adventure as
hopeful.
you battle through a hostile world. We'll also be showcasing a brand new area and delving deeper into our next class, the Pyromancer. Coming
Oh.
next month.
Okay, right. So it's a
Cool.
hype reel for a hype reel. We have a trailer for a trailer here today, guys. Get excited.
We tuned in
We
for
can't
that.
wait to hear more about Outriders and
And
the lead up to release sometime in
If
holiday
I'm correct,
2020.
right? We tuned in
We're
for that
heading
one a
150
few months
years
ago.
into the
We did a
future
stream
next,
for that.
where humanity
Right?
is
Yeah, and that was
struggling
disappointing.
to survive,
Oh,
and
this
human
came out
brains are being transferred
last week,
into
Disintegration.
robot bodies. Here's more
It
on
really,
Disintegration.
really.
We didn't end up
bombed in
reviewing
reviews.
it.
We didn't end up reviewing it. Not yet. I might review it this week. It's meant to be pretty average.
Integrated outlaws. Sir, have you got weapons and shelter in there? Maybe you could give us
It's a
chance
solid
to rest.
6 out of
We
10
may have
across the
more
board.
of
Some
this
people
to
giving
you
it like
than
4 or
go.
5 out of 10.
If the media outlets are giving it 6
Hi
or
there,
7,
my name's Mark
it's a 1 out of 10.
I'm the president and creative
Harsh.
director
Harsh
at
but
Beaver
true, though.
Interactive, and we are currently working on our brand new debut game called Disintegration, and we are super excited to finally be getting ready for it to launch soon.
Wow. Look at you. Yeah, I guess you took the hard road.
With Disintegration, we set out to build something truly unique. It blends some great parts of a first-person shooter with a real-time tactical elements in a way that's never been done before, and in a way that required us to invent all new gameplay mechanics in order for it to work.
Core B dropped.
The story of Disintegration is something that's set about 150 years from now in the future, where humanity's really struggling to survive. And one means of survival is taking the human brain and actually implanting it within an armored shell and attaching that to a robotic armature, allowing them to survive through this period of time. Once in these robotic armatures, humans now find themselves in a world where they are super strong, they're super durable, and some of them don't want to return back to humanity again. And so a new army is developed called the Rayon. In this world, we play some of those early integrated who are fighting back and who don't want to follow along with the Rayon.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
Apparently the story is okay.
In Disintegration's multiplayer,
when is this actually
we
out?
allow
It's out.
the players
It
to
came
team
out.
up
Oh wait, no,
5v5
sorry. I think actually it comes out on
against one
Tuesday.
another,
I think yeah, because the
each with
review
their
embargo
own
was this week, and then it comes
in
out on
this
Tuesday.
Incredible battle against one another. Each one of those matches takes place in a different type of game mode, so there's a great variety of things to hop into.
Victory!
Okay.
In order for the player to really have success playing Disintegration, they need to consider both parts of the equation. On one hand is your grab cycle and your weapons and abilities that you use fluidly in combat. That's just
We've got a
one
couple of
part of
we've got
the
some super
equation.
chats here. We can do those while we're sort of going through this. You guys never get my name right. Says Akshay Jagadish.
That's right.
That has to be right, man. I'm sorry.
Akshay Jagadish.
He says, "Can you give a quick shout out to my friend Vibhav,
Vibhav.
who is garbage tier at Valorant." There you
Well,
go.
Vibhav, good to.
Thank you
we're
for
giving
being
you a
here,
shout out,
friends.
and we've probably got your name wrong.
And then Travis says this is actually putting me to sleep.
Yeah. Look, this
well,
is better,
I think this is an okay show. I mean, I don't like all of it, but I do feel as though there's been some stuff that I've really liked
And
and
I mean
really
this
enjoyed.
trailer.
Oh no, I think in general.
Oh, this is
the show.
a bit ago. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So look, I think I'm enjoying this so far. As I said, not all of it, but certainly on balance, I think this is a pretty solid show so far.
Yeah.
Nothing blowing me away yet, but like it's cool. I'm enjoying watching it. Loud cinematic trailer. Boom.
And then an emotional string at the end.
Yeah.
Disintegration is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC June 16th.
Now prepare yourselves for a lesson in alternative history as we explore what might have happened if the Second World War didn't end in 1945.
Just like in Battlefield 5.
Exclusive.
Hi everyone, my name is Bogdan Graczyk, the game director of the upcoming narrative-driven adventure game Paradise Lost. I'm super excited to walk you through the alternative history that serves as the setting for our story. In Paradise Lost, the Second World War doesn't end in 1945.
It ends in 1946.
In the spring of 1960, the Nazi regime is on its knees and Soviet troops are closing in. Without warning, the Nazis unleash the full might of their nuclear arsenal on their homeland and Eastern Europe, stopping the Soviet offensive in its tracks and turning Europe into an uninhabitable nuclear wasteland. To the rest of the world, this seems like a final act of desperation by one of the cruelest regimes in human history. Yet, few know of the secrets that have been hidden deep underground. The ARC project is among the most secretive endeavors of the Third Reich. Its goal has been to construct a network of hidden, self-sustainable, heavily fortified underground bunkers meant to shelter an Aryan master race society until it can emerge and rule the post-nuclear landscape. But not everything goes according to plan.
It looks interesting.
For
I like
reasons
the setting,
unknown,
the theme.
one of the bunkers, located just outside Kraków, Poland, goes dark.
Thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate that, buddy. Good to see you here, man.
Now, as you discover the past, you can shape
thank
the
you, Adam.
present.
Good man.
It's been 20 years since the explosion that set our story in motion. You play as Szymon, a 12-year-old Polish boy driven by personal tragedy to seek out the bunker on the edge of Kraków.
I wonder if this is a walking simulator or an
First,
action
the
game.
place seems
Seems like a gun
completely
game.
desolate. What brought Szymon to the bunker? What answers is he seeking? You'll have to uncover the truth yourself.
I feel like this is walking simulator. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Name a single post-apocalyptic world game that doesn't have some sort of train that you gotta like walk through, you know, or a train yard.
Yeah,
You know, it's all
Single
broken and the
story
windows
on
are cracked and shit.
Yep, for sure.
Paradise Lost is coming to PC,
It looks interesting.
PS5, and Xbox
Yeah,
Series
I'd check that out.
X.
Our next game.
I don't dislike walking
Wait a
sims.
second.
I've enjoyed some of them a lot.
Crossed another thing off my script.
Hey, we discussed this. You can't be trusted.
It's an hour and nearly a half in.
Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Just roll the tape.
World premiere.
Rip.
Whether you choose agent or choose hacker, it takes two to complete the mission. It takes two to stay alive. Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Kind of like Mission Impossible, where one of you is like Tom Cruise and the other guy is like the guy in the
Next game
chair.
is so secret.
Holding the
we
rope.
don't even know its name at the time of this recording. So I'm just gonna put myself out there and make one up. I'm guessing it's called The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
What kind of fake name is that? It is not
Could be called
called The Kingdom of Gusty Willows.
Here's the developers of The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows to talk about their show-stopping new PS5 project, The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
This did look
Can
really
I make
good.
it extremely clear? This
Oh,
is
that's right, the
not
Pikmin-looking
called
things.
The Kingdom
Yeah,
of
this
the
looked great.
Gusty Willows.
What's the big deal? It's a good title.
What is it called?
Kina or something?
Oh, the
Maybe?
Gusty Willows, yeah.
Could be wrong. But it looks beautiful.
Definitely.
Sorry, Nolan, the name isn't Kingdom of the Gusty
Kena, yeah.
Willows. It's actually called Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Kingdom of the Gusty Willows,
Hi,
though,
I'm
is the
Mike
working
Greer.
title, and I
I'm
think
the
they should
Chief
go back
Creative
to
Officer
it.
at Ember Lab.
And I'm Josh Greer, Mike's brother. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the studio.
Brothers.
You may have seen our game, Kena Bridge of Spirits, at the Sony PlayStation 5 event. And today we're really excited to share
a huge boon for them to be able to reveal
the
at PlayStation 5 event.
Mm.
A lot of eyeballs on the game.
It's
So,
a
what's this game all about?
Yeah.
Well, Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat
Just looks
with
really
exploration.
nice.
Yeah,
really
everything
fun,
about it.
charming companion mechanic where players are going around collecting forest creatures.
Look at that
we call
world.
the
It just
Rock.
looks amazing. Look at that.
So you play as Kena. She's a spirit guide who has traveled to this forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits. And it becomes clear that there are larger forces at play that have sort of corrupted the environment and stopped things from moving on. Well, the main focus of the game actually revolves around helping these trapped spirits. So each kind of level or world.
Thank you very much,
is
James. We
all
love you too,
focused
buddy.
and kind of
Appreciate
themed
you.
around the corrupt spirit that's
Enjoying
lingering.
the
To
coverage,
really
good
help
man.
these
Thank you,
spirits,
James.
you ultimately have to get to know what happened to them in their past life. And
When is this coming
to do
out?
so,
Do we have
you
any
gotta
idea?
No, no date
Losing
yet.
the environment,
It's PlayStation
facing
5.
combat challenges,
Oh, cool.
solving puzzles.
But even that
ultimately,
combat
it
looks
all
pretty
relies
cool.
on
Yeah.
building and growing your team.
Yeah, the are key to like sort of every aspect.
I can't think of
gameplay.
who
They
she
can use
reminds me
combat
of.
To augment abilities.
It's
they can
not.
be used to
It's
the
not.
environment to carry things around for you. The more right you have, the stronger you're going to be as a player.
Camera one.
And the more abilities.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah,
Each
not
trailer
that
does
one,
a
is
lot
it?
of things,
No.
But one thing we wanted to do was make sure we established
The
tone.
camera one.
The
You knew. You knew what I meant.
I knew.
And you know, people see the rot and the cute characters, and they immediately fall in love with them, which is great. But the opening cinematic with the meditation and kind of Kena battling these spirits, we wanted to use to kind of set that darker tone and establish these, you know, that the player is going to be, you know, exposed to some darker themes in the storytelling.
We're targeting a holiday 2020 release, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and the Epic Games Store.
It's exclusive on consoles, it's exclusive on the PC. They're going full exclusive, baby. The exclusive double whammy.
Great foundation for them though. A lot
Yeah.
of cash from Epic. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And PS5.
PS5 probably put some money into it to help it get over the
Yep.
line as a good, solid, launch window title.
Well, I
It
think
looks
that's
great.
it. Thanks so much for
They've
watching
been
the
pretty
Future
smart, it
Games
seems.
Show, and look out
That's
for
it.
more great next-gen coverage on GamesRadar.com
Was that it?
throughout this
All
week
right.
and beyond. And don't forget to check out our sister shows from the Guerrilla Collective over the next few days right here on Twitch.
Wait, come on, Nolan. It wouldn't be a game show without that, you know. We got one more thing.
Here we go.
Can we do the one more thing moment?
You are so right. Wait, are we in this
Thank you very
one?
much, Darkhound.
Oh, well. But hey, Em, would you work with me again? Maybe in some kind of swashbuckling adventure where I play a roguish, charming adventurer?
Nah, I think I've been there, I've done that.
World premiere.
Come on.
Years ago, Serial Cleaner took you back to 1970s America in a single-player stealth action crime story where you played as a professional crime scene cleaner, getting rid of bodies and the incriminating evidence, all while avoiding the police. Now, with over 1 million owners and releases on all major platforms, we're going to the 90s.
What's this? I don't know. I've never heard of this first game even. What the hell? What is this game? Serial Cleaner. $sign. A single-player stealth action crime story. It's on the. Is it? Do I see Switch?
I mean,
Okay.
Well, that really does complete our showcase for 2020.
I'm surprised that was the
we
last
hope
one.
you've had a
Shouldn't have been
great
the
time
last one.
watching and that you've seen something that you can look forward to. We also just want to take a moment to thank our partners for helping put all of this together, but most of all, we want to thank you for watching.
I'm Nolan North.
And I'm Emily Rose.
And this has been, Emily, if you will, the
Future
Future
Game Show 2020.
Smooth.
Very nice.
So, what do you
All
think,
in
Sam?
all-
Overall, high-level thoughts.
We can turn this down. This is just a reel now of what we've seen.
Yeah.
Have that in the background. I think that this was still okay. It was better than the PC game show. This still went for an hour and a half. But we've seen some exciting games. It's a bit more concise.
I think so. Yep.
Definitely more concise. And a little bit more in touch, I felt, actually.
I agree with that. I mean, look, speaking just about this event, not comparing it, I definitely feel like there were titles here that I was paying attention to, and I was like, cool, interested in that, glad to see it there, thank you very much. I really liked the fact they had a bit of developer chat, but it wasn't a huge amount, you know?
Far too much.
And it was
just nothingness about the future, which we already know.
That was a bit of a problem. There was a lot of like, the future of games is crossplay, and it's like
cloud streaming. It's like, we know this, dude.
Says Sam, the guy that brings up cloud streaming every episode.
Exactly, you know.
Sam's like, I've already covered that point. We don't need to hear it here on the Future Games Show, you know? You can hear it every day on Laymen.
I mean, now we're seeing content that we didn't even see in this, but anyway.
That's true. So, I mean, look, it feels like they were talking about the future of gaming in a way that was very high level and like not particularly informative. It was just kind of like buzzwords. But look, you know, game trailers were there. We saw stuff. I have to go back and see bullet point list of what we saw again just to remind myself. But I definitely saw some things there that I'm interested in. So look, overall, I think it was an okay event. I definitely enjoyed it. Didn't blow me away. No knockout punches, but I had a fairly good time watching it.
Yeah, so. I think now we've kind of got through the bulk of E3's announcements. Apart from Cyberpunk's going to be later on. We're going to see EA, but like we kind of know that there's going to be a Rogue Squadron game and maybe some new 2K. New. FIFA and shit or whatever, right? But I feel like we might have now gone over the hump of like new exciting things that may be dropping.
Well, you've got Xbox next month in July, and you're going to have something from Switch, from Nintendo.
Yes.
Other than that, I don't know.
I mean, I'm guessing we're going to see some remasters. They did say this was going to be a huge year for Mario because it is the
25th. No,
25th.
Is that right? It feels like it should be longer.
I think
it has to be. No, it has to be longer.
1995 is that when Mario 64 came out.
Oh yeah, is it the anniversary of Mario 64?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's either that or it's the anniversary of Mario. But
no, because Mario is like the 70s,
like 1940s.
Yeah.
But they did say that there's going to be a multiple show announcements over the course of the year. So we've already seen that Mario Sunshine photo, and everyone's like, okay, we're seeing a Mario Sunshine. I don't know. We've already seen the Paper Mario announcement. So I'm looking forward to see what they do. But
for sure.
Future Game Show, I would say pretty much a success for its first show.
Absolutely. I think they did it. I think that this is a worthy format to replicate. It felt fairly tight and punchy. If they had some bigger reveals and announcements, I feel like that would have been a fantastic show. Overall, I think it was an okay show, a good show. A good to okay. I know the chat's very disappointed with it. I'm seeing lots of 3 out of 10s and lots of Fs in the chat. But look, I don't go into these things expecting them to be as big as a Microsoft showcase or a PlayStation showcase. It's run by Games Radar, and I think that as a publication, they put on a good show.
And PC Game Show also, we've been to those events. It's a tiny room, I think it's it's still in its infancy, even if it's been around for a while.
Sure.
But I'm glad these are here because, again, a lot of these games never would have been seen unless these smaller kind of events were put on. So they are actually, very important.
Great. So the next event that I have in the calendar is probably going to be the EA event or something. I can't exactly see.
We may be coming into the office tomorrow at Aussie time tomorrow to cover. If there's a lot.
There's a Star Wars reveal which we might cover tomorrow, but then there's also going to be an EA Play show. I don't have the date now, and there's also a Ubisoft show. They're the two that I forgot to mention. So there's still more news coming. It's going to be cool. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to the members. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Zendru and Nitro for being here. And we're going to go to bed because I'm tired. I'm
the type, if I sleep during the day, I won't sleep tonight. It's so annoying. Anyway, guys, love you, appreciate you. Laymen out!